I'll be honest with you. I can tell. I know I already said this. I don't want it to come off like I'm pandering anything, but my estimation of you honestly is really high. In spite of your age, and you haven't had a lot of time on this earth, but in the short amount of time that you've had, I'm really impressed. And y'all hear me say that about a lot of people, right? But with you're like a diamond in the rough. You need some polishing. You need some finishing. All right, you need some finishing. And we have the perfect person up here. Shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher,
Maggie.
who is running with Luke Hazley, the finishing school. The finishing school. So this is the perfect person to talk to, because I can tell you, my views about being a wife, but I will have to admit I've never been a fucking wife. All right. All right. So it's good to have the real deal up here. Yes, Maggie. First of all, shout out your channel. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Absolutely. And thanks, Lead. Hi, everyone. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Hi, Miley. I do have a YouTube cooking channel. Lee likes to call it a construction channel, but I do cook real food. And Lucy and I are actually starting the finishing school for modern women, for the modern woman next month. So you all can go to my page and check it out. We'd love to teach you femininity, elegance, and
Awesome.
etiquette. Mhm.
Yes, yes. Y'all know Maggie, huge supporter of Kevin Samuels, is very big in his space. She also has the wife school. So she is all about femininity. Her channel is amazing, blowing up, doing great things. So yes, woman to woman. This is a very interesting conversation. I'll admit, on the Lead Attorney channel, we don't really have a lot of woman to woman conversations. So this is definitely a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I'll just shut up. And what's on your mind, Maggie?
Well, first, I'd like to say, Miley, I'm so proud of you for prioritizing relationships, but I do have a couple of questions for you because I believe our relationship experience comes from two main things: what we've seen demonstrated and what we've actually experienced. So I'd like to know from you first, what was your relationship example? If you want to share your family of origin, how much you want to share, but what have you seen as far as real relationships?
Hmm. Yeah, thanks for asking. Um, so my immediate family, my biological parents had a chaotic um, stream of relationships. They were married and divorced, both of them, 3 times.
Hmm.
Um, so not great examples there. Um, but my most recent stepdad, he was a great influence in my life. He was like the real role model, father figure that I needed in my life. So um, yeah, he was a great influence. I also have my aunt and my uncle who are my godparents. They helped raise me as well. They've been married 20 years, Catholic, and you know they are what I look at. They are what I look at and see as the representation of a marriage I would want and
Good.
look up to. Yeah, because
Okay.
they're happy, they're still in love, and yeah, it's going great for them.
Absolutely, because you can learn what to do and you can also learn what not to do by what's
Yes.
modeled from what's modeled to you. So that's good.
Mm,
And then as far as your own personal experience, I know you're still very young, which is great. Now, just a little bit about me. I was married at 25. I met my
mm,
ex-husband. He was my college boyfriend. So I met him at 18. He was the only boyfriend I had in college and was married right after college. I was married for 10 years. Absolutely loved being a wife and mother, mom of two teenage boys. But I always say, I admit I got caught up in a little bit of that modern woman thinking we're 50-50, we're equal, we can do
mm,
everything that men can do. And so the
right.
marriage unfortunately did end in divorce, but we do co parent really well. He was actually over here
Mm.
today because a 16-year-old's going to go get his driver's license test.
That's
So
exciting.
hmm So I do believe that, kids are a priority. And since then, I've been in a relationship. So just a little bit about my background, but from your own personal experience, and I'm not going to do the Kevin Samuels, like longest relationship and how long was it, but have you had actual real relationships that you could have seen yourself marrying this man?
Yes. My last relationship was about 3 years,
Wow.
and we lived together for a year. And yeah, I definitely thought we were going to get married. We were talking about marriage. We talked about children, how we would raise them, what kind of schools we'd send them to, like just very in-depth, like what our lives would look like meshed together and what family would look like. But it ended up, wow, I just got another cash out. That's crazy.
Wait, shout out to
Um,
Cash App. Go ahead and shout it out. Shout it out. Who
oh my
sent it to you?
goodness, that's 100. I'm like, what?
$100,
Why would she just
y'all
send that to
blessing.
me?
Damn, y'all blessing the girl. Shout it out and read it. Who said it? What you got going on?
This is from Aaron Luckett.
Who?
Aaron Luckett.
Aaron Luckett. All right, Aaron,
Yeah,
listen.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
You
much,
are
Aaron.
crazy, man, but I appreciate you.
Thank
um,
you. Y'all
Nate,
he's,
supporting the
oh,
little.
this is the little gaming channel. Keep smiling. Okay.
Okay, all right, all right. Shout out to the little gaming channel, doxing everybody. We're learning. We're learning. All right. Shout out to the little gaming channel. Again, huge supporter of me, supporting Miley, supporting other
Yeah,
content
thank you so
creators.
much.
One of the pillars. He has supported whole streams of mine. Everybody put TLGC in the house. Everybody put TLGC in the damn chat. Thank y'all so much for shouting my man out. Thank you. And thank you for acknowledging that, Miley. That's very important. So I know I probably interrupted your train of thought, but we need
Yes, I'm
to
sorry.
no,
No,
that was
it's
on
okay.
me. No, that was on me.
It's okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, it looked like it was leading to that place. We just had a lot of incompatibilities. Um, so we tried to ignore them, but it was just, not working out. And, he made the decision, like to call it because I wasn't strong enough to do that. But we both knew.
so what did you
It's
learn from
very,
that, and what would you do differently next time?
oh my goodness, I learned so much. I mean, I reflected on it a lot during my time in singleness, which I'm still in now. Right, like don't move in with someone that you're not married to. That would be the first thing because like that the statistics show that that just leads to divorce, even if it does lead to marriage. So not we didn't set ourselves up for success right from the start. And just having those conversations about family and lifestyle and um, those key elements of your life, having those deep conversations much earlier, so whether you're compatible or not for a long-term relationship. You know, you
Yeah.
can get you can get stuck in like the chemistry and you know uh, the intimacy and all of those things that you can have with literally anybody, but it should be saved for someone you are actually compatible with, right?
So the Cash App that I sent and I asked about your wife persona, where that's coming from is when you think about, well, what I offer, when I do consults for women who are interested in relationships, I always advise them to say, think about the type of wife that you want to be, right? There's different types of marriages. I accept that. I'm traditional, but not everybody is. So I believe that you need to know the type of wife that you want to be and the type of husband that complements that type of wife so that you date with intention and you don't find yourself just wasting time figuring this thing out. I also believe that men establish relationships. They ask, we either accept or we don't. So choosing or being chosen by the type of man that is marriage minded, that has himself together, that is ready for a wife. And so you're not putting yourself in a leadership position, which is not something that you're probably going to want to sustain. So with that clarity, if it helps, I'd love to know when you think about being a wife, you talked a lot about being a mother, but as a mother with two teenage boys who, one's getting ready to drive and they'll be doing college and military soon, there's going to be a whole life before the kids and after the kids. So that mate that you choose is going to be so important. What kind of wife do you want to be to your man?
Mhm. I have to admit, I haven't put enough thought into that.
That's
Um,
okay.
yeah, but I definitely want to be still in that caretaker role. Like I
Hmm.
want to cook for my husband. I want to send him with, home cooked meals for his lunch. Be his support system. Listen to him when he has problems. Give him guidance if that's what he needs. And be a friend mostly. I do have a like goofy, childish side. Of course, I spend a lot of time with kids. So I want to be that fun, lighthearted presence for my husband. And um,
And that's okay
take
that you
him
don't have
swimming
all of
now.
the answers. I think it's good to be thinking about these kinds of things because we have to prepare for it. The other thing that I would advise, you talked a lot about what you would want in a relationship, but because we want what the man has, we want his name, his ring, his covering, you really want to spend some time thinking about what does he want. And he may want some of the things that you bring, and you may have to adjust as well. I do believe we have to customize ourselves to our men. So if he's, looking for, of course, I'm also very nurturing. So I do believe in taking care of the home and the family and all of that. But, sometimes he may not want as much of the goofy side. Shout out to the finishing school. I've had to work on that as well because I do have a very silly side. But taking some time to really think about the type of man that you want and what he wants so that you can prepare in advance, because a lot of times women find themselves kind of in that deer in the headlights, like, oh shoot, I met a real one, now what do I do? And it's often too late because men are always watching and they're always surveying and they're always studying. Because as a boy mom, I've learned a lot too. They go through different phases and it's almost jarring when they're ready, and they're ready to select. So it's our job as women to be preparing. So I do commend you for using your 20s to actually prioritize relationship and not be out here hot girl summer because it just wastes time. But I would love to, counsel you absolutely for free. You can reach out to me and
Oh, awesome. Thank you
Wow.
so much, Miss Maggie.
Wow. That is
It's an
huge.
honor.
you're welcome.
That is
Oh, thank you
huge.
so much.
You're
That's
welcome.
very kind.
You're
I would
welcome.
love to learn from you.
Yeah, well, I believe that's what we should do as we get older. We are supposed to pay it forward. And having two boys, I don't have daughters and I don't have sisters, so it really is my life's work to help younger women because I think sometimes we make decisions in our youth. Not you, but I see this generally. A lot of women make mistakes prioritizing. It could be career, or it could be hot girl summer turns into a hot girl decade. And I do consultations with a lot of women in their 30s, and then they're panicking because they've wasted time and now they haven't been preparing for what we really want at the end of the day. I think most of us want that lasting relationship. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Maggie. And listen, shout out to Black Avelli, who sends me for Maggie $100. $100. So I will send this to Maggie when I get off.
Oh,
If this was
YouTube
anybody
is amazing.
if it was anybody but my man Black Avelli, I would keep this.
I
Because
know you will.
you guys are fucking
I
up
still
my
will.
accounting. All right, listen. When y'all send me money, I have to send it out to other people. My accountant hates that shit. Please do not send me money for other people. All right, to ask me what their cash app is and then send them the money directly. But it's my man Black Avelli. It's Maggie. I'm gonna go on and do it. I'm gonna have to make notations that hey, this wasn't my money. I passed it to Maggie. All right. Please don't fuck up my bookmaking because it's already messed up anyways, right? My accountant hates me. I will do that. So shout out to Black Valley. Shout out to Steve. Steve says, thank you for your channel. Stay blessed. Machiavelli also sent your boy $15. Thanks you so much. Said had to support. Absolutely. Shout out to Maggie. Maggie sends me $10 as well. And that's huge that Maggie's letting you into the course for free. My lead, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Shout out to
Thank you.
Dale. I don't know if Dale's still around. So thank you so much, Dale, as well. Then I want to give a huge shout out to the one and only A Free, who sent $100 cash out. God damn. Oh my God. I will say A Free too, man. A Free. Avery is my coldest commenter. There's no one in the damn chat in the history of my channel that makes these damn so incisive, hardcore comments. There's no one close. There's no one close to these damn hardcore comments with my man Avery. It is the one and only. Y'all know him. Super, super popular over there in Kevin Samuel's chat. Was a moderator over there. Kevin thought so highly of this brother. It's obvious that he's intelligent with the bullshit that he be on, man. Attacking some of these people. Everybody put A free in the damn chat, man. Shout out to A. Man, I read that. I went back yesterday and read that damn. I read the chat. Some of the stuff you were saying, it was so hard. I was like, man, god damn. So shout out to A Free. He is a real one. Thank you again so much for coming up, Maggie, the substitute teacher, of course. Y'all know her. If one of the mods could drop the link to her channel in the chat. Also, any other women that might need to talk to a woman who has been there and done that and has wisdom, super intellectual, but super down to earth as well, super caring, please check in with her. And the beautiful Luke Hazley as well. They've got a lot of knowledge and wisdom for you. That's really what this space is about. So shout out to Maggie. Thank you so much, Maggie, for coming up. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so, so much, Maggie.